Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back. From the New York Post. Biden received funds from top Russian lobbyist before Nord Stream 2 giveaway. That's the pipeline, by the way. That's feeding gas, natural gas from Russia, the former Soviet Union area, into Western Europe, i.e. Germany, mostly, and other countries there as well, which, of course, gets very cold winters, so gas is very important. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. I'm going to hide this. And I'm going to say the headline, Trump received funds from top Russian lobbyists before Nord Stream 2 giveaway. Donald Trump received money when he then immediately after that relieved the sanctions on the building of the pipeline to enrich the Russians by billions of dollars. Oh, my God, my God, my God. There would be a crap storm. It would be the end of Western civilization. Oh, more impeachment inquiries, more investigations, more blah, blah, blah. And he's a traitor, and we should run him out of the country, deport him. But Biden received funds from top Russia lobbyists before a Nord Stream 2 giveaway. And what do we get? Nothing. It's amazing to me. Let's read on. President Biden and his allies raked in campaign cash from a top Russian lobbyist in 2020, just months before his administration decision to scrap sanctions on a controversial firm building a Russian oil pipeline to Germany. I don't think it was oil. I think it was natural gas, but it probably is both. Richard Byrd, a managing partner of McLarty Associates and a former U.S. ambassador to Germany during the Reagan administration, ponying up $4,000 for Joe Biden. Ding, 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 ding. You have a U.S. ambassador to Germany that worked under Ronald Reagan, gave $4,000 to Joe Biden last year, and dropped another $10,000 in the lefty-aligned Political Action Committee Unite the County in March. Yeah. That's not trying to persuade people to go a certain way. He worked under Ronald Reagan, for Christ's sake. He's giving money to lefty organizations and Joe Biden, and nobody's even noticing or saying a word? In addition to violating Biden's own campaign pledge not to take lobbyist cash, the money from Byrd is particularly noteworthy as he is currently directly engaged in lobbying activities for Nord Stream 2 AG. These lobbyists make a crap ton of money. When Richard Byrd donated to Biden Victory Fund, he failed to acknowledge that he was a registered foreign agent and was therefore ineligible to contribute. Now, when they say foreign agent, a lot of people think, oh my God, he's a spy. No, he's a lobbyist that lobbies for foreign interests in the United States. A Democratic National Committee spokesman told the Post, because Byrd also listed a different employer than on this Foreign Agent Registration Act form, he was not flagged during our vetting process. Oh, they went after Trump people 50 times harder for much less than that. Is that a big deal in the overall scheme of things? Probably not. I think this foreign agent stuff is crap anyway. I mean, everybody knows. And there he is in 1986, going for as a U.S. ambassador after Sharansky crossed the border between East Germany and West Berlin. He was a Soviet dissident. He was against the Soviet Union, everything that stood for. He worked for Ronald Reagan. The DNC said they had returned the cash on Thursday after the Post inquiry. After the Post inquiry. All right, you found out. We'll give the money back. If that was reversed, this double standard, I'm so sick of this. The Switzerland-based Nord Stream 2, controlled by ex-East German Stasi officer and close ally of Vladimir Putin, oh boy, is currently engaging in sanctionable activity. According to the State Department, Team Biden raised eyebrows, however, after declining to enforce sanctions, citing U.S. national interests. Never tell what those are, just national interests. Critics worry the project will allow Russia dangerous influence over European energy supplies and increase the overall political leverage on the continent. Yeah, do you think? Do you think? It's not going to be long before it gets cold in Europe. This is June. You got 3-4 months, it starts getting cold. And Russia controls the oil and natural gas that flows into Western Europe to heat all their buildings and homes and run their infrastructure and their military. And they hold the key to stop it. You don't think that's a lever? These people are effing crazy. They're way, way more educated than I am. And they can't be this stupid, but they are. To build the pipeline, Nord Stream 2 had partnered with 5 European energy companies. Lobby disclosure forms show that Byrd is currently advocating on behalf of all 5. Well, yeah, because they're all in together. To protect and further the company's interest in the debate over natural gas is an element of European energy security and advise on Russian sanction issues. Specific lobbying issues, the other 4 offer similar language. Reading between the lines, you can clearly see that what that lobbying looks like. And you could read the rest of the article. But here's the thing. Byrd, a longtime GOP donor before switching sides in 2019, has long been a fixture in D.C. foreign policy circles. He carries an air of great knowledge and wisdom and experience, and he's impressive when you meet him, a former Trump official who dealt with Byrd told the Post. But Byrd played an early role in advising the Trump campaign's foreign policy positions and even helped the billionaire candidate craft his first foreign policy speech, something critics immediately leapt on as proof of untoward Russian connections. The revelation of Byrd's lobbying activity raises new questions about Russian influence in Trump's campaign, blared Politico. Yeah, Russian collusion, dun dun dun, which cited extensively Byrd's work on Nord Stream 2, a project went on to consistently oppose as president. So where's your collusion, you idiots? Here's the thing. He wanted to set it up so oil and natural gas, we have a ton of natural gas here in the United States. He wanted to export that to Europe. We're not going to cut off Western Europe. We're not going to use that as leverage. We want them to be free of the Russian influence. And it would bring in billions and billions and billions of hard currency into the United States, thus increasing our wealth, just increasing our economy, creating more jobs, creating more wealth, creating a bigger economy, creating more wealth. You get the idea. The sum total of Trump's words and actions have only encouraged Russian meddling in our elections, said Adam Schiff in August 2020. You ass. No, they say, look, they call him a Woody from Toy Story. That's an insult to Woody because I love Toy Story. Insecure, unscrupulous, and transactional Trump is Putin's ideal American president. Well, let's read on. Wait a minute. What's this? In March 2019, Byrd gave a max out of $2,800 donation to Schiff shortly after the California congressman took the reins of power in the House Intelligence Committee. Whoa. Schiff has not commented publicly on the Biden Nord Stream 2 decision. Both Byrd and reps for Schumer did not respond to requests for comment from the Post. Trump is Putin's ideal American president, yet he took money from a former Ronald Reagan U.S. ambassador who's working for those gas and oil companies. You ass. What's the he gets? Crickets. Has U.S. government always been this corrupt? I mean, you're dealing with human beings. You're going to get corruption. People that want to line their own pockets. I get it. I was a businessman for 23 years. Believe me, sometimes you bend your principles because you have to do what you have to do in order to make it. But I got to tell you, I mean, this gives projection a whole new meaning. Just looking at this guy's picture Some of you Italians will know out there. Just looking at this guy's picture gives me agita. What an ass. I'd say something worse, but I'm already blackballed here and shadow banned on YouTube. And here we go. Is that a ton of money? No. Can you buy influence like that for $30,000, $40,000? My God, that's cheap. No, that's not the point, though. This guy wrote, former Ambassador Burt actually helped write Trump's first foreign policy speech. And now here he is giving money to these guys because Trump said no and put sanctions on Russia. So what do the Democrats respond with? Trump's a Putin puppet. After he stopped, or at least the best he could stop. I mean, he's not dictator of the world. He can only do what you can do. The petrodollar in the world is holding up our currency. And all of that natural gas and oil that would be shipped from the United States to Europe, Western Europe, to help them heat their homes and run their businesses, run their military and their infrastructure, would have made the currency of the U.S. much more valuable. So not only is he printing money like water by the trillions with no backing for it, he gave up billions, tens of billions at least in revenues, if not a lot more, from the Europeans, which would have brought up our dollar even more. And for those of you geniuses out there who said, wait a minute, it was Richard Nixon that went off the gold standard. John, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Well, you know why Richard Nixon went off the gold standard? Because he couldn't afford the Great Society programs that Lyndon Baines Johnson, the president prior to him, put in. It was the only way without drastically cutting them. So he went off the gold standard so he can print more money to pay for it. And that's the truth. So let's cut through the crap. Not only is he screwing up our currency, he had a chance to bring it up a little bit and still did nothing. And on top of that, gave one of our geopolitical enemies in the world tons of money, billions in revenue. And yet Donald Trump's the monster? You people that hate Trump, all right, I get it. All right, you hate him, that's fine. Put your hatred aside. If your kid gets hurt in an accident really bad, and you rush him in the hospital, and you have the best surgeon in the part of the country to work on him, did you ask if the guy's an ass? You don't care. You just care if he can do the job. And Trump was doing the job. This guy isn't. I wish him well, President Biden, but I wish him well somewhere else. Until the next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.